Okay, we're going to do some commentary on this match between Scott Frost and Rafael Martinez. Rafael Martinez, one of my all-time favorite players to watch. Scott Frost is a local guy here, so Trace, you know pretty much about everything about both of them.
I've seen them both play a lot. You can tell it's a big match because everybody's sitting there getting ready and excited to watch these two great champions play. Scott wins the lag.
Bill Incardone said he watches Rafael Martinez because every time he watches him play, he learns new shots to do, and he learns new shots not to do.
Yeah. Rafael, he plays the game on a tight wire. He's up there, and he will not play with the net. He's shooting a lot of circus shots. But a lot of the shots I think that he shoots are come from a background of playing some three-cushion billiards. So he has a lot of trust in his ability to move the cue ball great distances across many rails and get it to the spot that he wants it to.
I just love watching what he tries to do. It's so much fun.
So Scott won the leg, made the first break. Not a really powerful break. The balls didn't seem to break too far. The cue ball didn't get very high. Rafael, he's not in any trouble. Looks like he's going to try to play this combination bank to his side, move some balls to his side, and give Scott a little trouble. Hit a little too hard, though, because the one ball is rolled back towards the end rail. So Scott can put his cue ball anywhere on the top end of the table and just dare Rafael to make a thin cut on that one ball and try to play position on more balls. So Scott's going to look at the rack, see what he needs to do here. He's just a real simple shot. He's going to use the stack to keep Rafael off of that 4 and 10 ball. Rafael doesn't have any more balls sticking off the top of the rack that he can bank something to his hole and stick Scott there. So he's going to have to try a little something different here.
And it's going to be high tech. He doesn't usually take this long.
Looks like he might try to maybe two-rail this 8 ball into the 10 ball.
I'm starting to get scared now what's going to come. He's being very deliberate. If he's nervous, I'm nervous.
It's I really can't tell what he's thinking about.
Looks like to have something to do with that 8 ball. Can kick those balls out.
Looks like he's using a lot of left-hand English.
Oh yes, how's that, ladies and gentlemen? That's pretty good.
Perfect speed.
Locks him up. I thought he was going to take a big swing, and he took a little swing, and with a lot of.
Yeah, really super long stroke, but not a lot of speed on the cue ball. Scott just plays a real simple half-inch shot. Rafael can't make the one ball. And if he moves the cue ball, then Scott's going to be able to move the one ball away. So Rafael plays a real simple shot again. But now he's given Scott a lot more options. Scott's looking at trying to bank the 5 ball. He's looking where he needs to go with his cue ball so that Rafael won't have a shot on the 1. Looks like he's just going to try to hit it and stick it right there and use the 8 and the stack to keep Rafael off the balls. Nope.
Just trying to bank that one back into that.
back. I think he was playing to make it to make it. So Rafael can move these balls out. Little tricky here because they're almost straight in for the pocket. So he's kicking to move them out. But he's let Scott see the one ball, so Rafael's last remaining threat is gone from his side of the table. Scott's probably going to kick this ball to one rail into the... Oh, he kicked it into... I thought he was going to kick it and make it go one rail and then into the stack.
Now, us beginners and intermediates aren't supposed to do that shot, right? That's not a shot we're supposed to be.
Just trying to kick it one rail into your hole?
Yeah.
No, because if you don't make it, you sell out that bank. And what has he done? He sold the bank out. So Rafael can bank this one ball and go to the end rail and up and get on the 15. But he forgot the first part of the ball and making the one. Scott's looking to see if he could bank that 15. I think Scott should have done a little bit more with that shot. I bet Rafael will hit that 15 off the 13 and stick him behind the 3 ball. I think Scott should have come up a little bit with his cue ball to deny this shot. If he doesn't have a chance to make this ball with that billiard, he's going to kick.
That's pretty good.
That's a good shot.
That's got to be the scariest shot for a beginner. Kind of just backing into that rack, hoping something comes out right.
Yeah, and hitting with the right speed where you get the ball close and you don't go through the balls.
Uh-oh.
Well, Scott played some of his power one pocket, trying to make the 15 with the cue ball and then banking the ball into the bottom of the stack and scraping it in. But it backfired on him. Scott's he's a real powerful player and he's a real showman. He likes to give the crowd some super shots to see, and sometimes that works to his disadvantage when they don't go. Especially when you're playing a player the caliber of Rafael Martinez. Probably a little careless in his position play right there because now he's got to shoot with the bridge. Got a semi-bad angle. I mean, he can get on this 11 ball or wherever he's going to go to, but he could have made things a lot easier for himself if he'd have taken a little more time. So what he's doing is just putting a little more stress into his match that he doesn't need to do if he just takes the time to short things up, make sure they're perfect instead of just settling for, I'll just get it right close to here. So he's
Pretty close to out.
yeah. See, he just forced himself to use the bridge 2 times in a row. He doesn't get all the balls, and he's let Scott back at the table and let a great champion that's still in the match that should have already lost that first game. So Scott's got to be loving life right here. He's going for a long one-rail kick. He's deciding on the long one-rail kick because that ball sits closer to the pocket. If he'd have went to the side rail by where Scott is, the ball was sitting a little bit higher, and he would have had a chance to scratch on that. By shooting it the long rail, he wasn't going to scratch with the proper speed. So Rafael has 4, and he's going to consolidate. Move the balls up table. Looks Looks like Scott's rolling this 6 ball, and he's going up table. He's got Rafael stacked with the 6-7 ball, keeping him off of the 8 ball. I think Rafael's going to have to probably go into this 6 ball and just roll to the end rail. No, he looks like he's playing the 14. No, it kicked into the 8. Okay. Real nice. Rafael's real secure in where he's kicking at. He just thinks he's going to get his cue ball online where it needs to go. Scott thought about banking that ball, but thought better of it. That 2 ball looks like it might be, you could kick into the 2 and it would billiard into the corner. Rafael's going to take a look at that. Oh no. He's got a 4-0 lead. He's not going to take any chances right now.
In that situation, I would have thought about banking that ball up there, straight ball near the end, the top rail, and try to get my cue ball safe, but it must be too dangerous.
Rafael's got a big area up by Scott's top pocket where he can get his cue ball. Possibly he could cross bank this 6 ball. I don't know if he can see the edge of the 13 ball. But he's got to be careful here because Scott runs balls real good from the top of the table, and there's a lot of balls that are out there to be had in case Rafael's a little careless.
Put that cue ball in a nice spot.
Yeah, real nice.
But what if Scott banks this 8 in?
Scott can. I think Scott can see this 13 ball, or he can see it to kick it. But he's looking at banking the 8. Scott loves to put pressure on you. And he was looking to see if he could bank that ball and stick you on top of that 5 ball. You know, he does not like to play up table games. I mean, he wants to run balls. He wants to show you how well he can run balls. But he's an excellent up table game player, but you know, he wants to shoot at his hole and put lots of pressure on you. Rafael, on the other hand, says, I've got a lead, and I'm going to take it real safe from here. Trying to cut down the banks and doesn't want to give the long side rail bank on that 15 ball that's sitting over there by the 2.
Is this a combo bank here?
No, it just looks like he's putting a ball over there to semi-threat for Scott, and with a real nice cue ball right back to the center end rail. The center grizz, as an old friend of mine, Randy, used to say. Right on the center grizz.
Sure would be nice to be able to stay down through the whole shot like that.
Yeah. So Scott likes to keep that ball down table, that 2 ball. He says, when it's down there, I'm going to get it. and I'm going to put another one in. So he put the 4 in, and he's just daring Rafael to shoot the 2 ball at his hole. And he knows that Rafael likes to shoot at a shot like that. Maybe he's going to kick this ball. No, one rail bank. Goes into the junk up there, slow his cue ball down. So Scott likes this. There's 3 balls that are back down table, and he'd really like to keep all of those balls down table. He's looking to see if he's got anything that he can go for his hole, but he's going to look to keep the cue ball up table so that Rafael has to keep either sending balls down table or sending his cue ball down table. And if he does that, then Scott's going to try to go to work and get something over to his side. But it doesn't like Scott has a lot of options to go off of any of those balls. I think that 14 ball there keeps him from coming with a good shot. I think he's just going to go off the ball and try to go to the side rail and then the end rail and stick him on top of that ball. But he let it leak out. I think you have to put some draw on that shot to get the cue ball to get to the 4 off of the side rail. So Rafael can bank this 10 ball to his hole, but he's got to keep his cue ball in line so that he doesn't he doesn't go over by the 6 ball and sell out the 2 ball to Scott. So let's see where he goes with it. Running into the 5 ball, slows everything down.
That's just chance. I mean, that could have didn't have to come out that way.
Could have come out worse. Could have come out better. But it was a high percentage that it was going to come out good for him. See, he's not threatened by this 2 ball. He knows he can hide Rafael, and he's putting another ball back in play. He doesn't eat grapes one at a time. He eats them by the bunch, So now Rafael either has to put his cue ball down table or put another ball down table or leave Scott close to the balls. A lot of balls up there. And when Scott's close to a lot of balls, he's got a lot of things he can do. Looks like he was looking at 2 railing the 8 ball to his side and sticking him on the 7. But that was just a quick look. Or maybe that's a 6 ball right there by his hand.
That was a clever little shot.
He went for the kick.
Is that a good enough shot from there? I mean, does that keep Scott away, that shot?
Scott looks like he's going for this 9 ball. He felt like that was a real high percentage, and he was going to get a lot of balls on that. First game of the match, he's going to take a little bit more risk. But that's a shot. That cross bank on that ball is a shot that he's shot thousands and thousands of times in all the one pocket that he's played. And I think he felt like he was a real high percentage to make it and get safe. But he got a little too full hit on that stripe that was on the end rail.
Now, Rafael's supposed to get out here, right?
What do we got here? 5, 11. He needs 4 balls. Needs 4 balls.
Oh, my gosh.
You see, Rafael's a little altitude challenge there, and he had to really stretch for that ball. So Scott has just dodged a major bullet. Is he going all out to make this 13?
I guess he thinks he can dodge another bullet.
Well, he's got Rafael jacked up on the end rail over a ball and shooting a spot shot. And Scott has 2 balls by his hole and 3 more out there that he can get if Rafael makes a mistake here shooting at his hole. He's changed Rafael's focus from just on making the shot to what if I miss, and that's always a good thing. A divided mind is easier to conquer than a unified mind.
Oh, humans. That's
Nice shot there by Rafael. I don't think Scott was planning to make that ball. I'm not sure that it would pass the 13. He just played it with super speed and get it real close to his hole and got it, and using that ball on the spot as a blocker. But the ball on the spot actually banks if Rafael wants to go for it. But you can see right now that Rafael's not liking things as much as he did a couple of shots ago because Scott has balls by his hole and there's more balls down table and Rafael's not in as powerful position as he was before.
how long does a shot that shot he missed? I'm just still a little stunned that he missed that. Rafael missed that shot.
Well, he really had to stretch, and he was at the limit. You know, he was at the limit of his stroke when he hit that ball. He probably should have played that ball with the bridge. Scott's looking to bank this 2 ball. He's taking this risk because he thinks he's real high percentage. You see, he played a lot of cue ball on that. Played with the inside juice. Real nice shot, real nice cue ball with Scott on that. Now it looks like Scott's going to get a ball here because I think to get this rid of this 2, he's got to send that 13 ball into it, and I think it'll go in his pocket. Either that or Rafael's got to go for a 1 rail kick. Which, with the position of the 2 ball there, if Rafael 1 rail kicks, he stands a high chance of, and tight pockets, he stands a high chance of getting that 2 out of there and keeping his cue ball without scratching. On big pocket tables, that 1 rail kick isn't so good because you wind up scratching all the time because the pockets are so big.
What do you think of that shot?
See, I don't like that shot because now 100% Scott's going for this. I think he should have tried to play the 13 into the 2 and just give up 1 ball. Scott, he missed that shot. He was playing it to bank it clean, but that 2 made the pocket real big. So now Scott's going to get at least 2 balls instead of just having 1 shot. Now he's got a chance to get on some more.
Ooh, shot that before, I bet.
Wow. Very, very aggressive shot. He practices shots like that. I mean, that's a really, really difficult shot, and it's not a real good make percentage, but he's real good at it. So now it's 4-3 Rafael, and Scott's got a ball by his hole. I think Scott will probably, next time he comes to the table, will bank that ball uh, sitting closest. No, I couldn't see that he was going to bank that ball. Scott can cross this ball. But he's trying to find a path for his cue ball that's not going to sell out that ball by his right hand. No. So you see, Scott's back in the game, down 3-4. So all of a sudden now he's a little more conservative. You know, he turned his aggressive meter up when he was way behind, and now that he's closer in the game, he feels like he's in striking distance, and so he doesn't want to give it back. Very tough shot Rafael tried right there. That 7-6 combination looks like it may go 2 rails. Scott's kind of looking at that, trying to figure out where he wants to put his cue ball if he shoots that. Maybe he's back banking that other stripe. No. And it was perfectly in line. But Scott had a real nice cue ball there. I mean, he may have sold out a shot on that 10 ball, but those balls are real close, and they're, 10 feet away with the diagonal. Doesn't make them easy, and Scott would have had a ball real close to his hole if that combination hadn't gone in. So it's 4-4. I'm guessing he's going to have to roll this ball. I don't know what ball he's playing for next. Rolled pretty good. 2 rails on the 7 or bank the 5. Oh, 2 rails on the closest to the center stripe. So it is 5-4 Scott. Now Rafael's behind, and Scott has this ball close to his hole, but Rafael, I think, should be looking at those balls by the upper right-hand corner to maybe put some of those balls in play. Because if he moves this ball out, Scott's always going to have the bank on the 5 ball. What's he looking at doing? Maybe going off of that 14, side rail, and then get down here behind the 10? I think he needs to move this 5 ball. He is trying to bank this 14 ball. Oh, 3 rail the 14 ball. Wow. Wow.
Rafael Martinez, ladies and gentlemen.
Playing without a net.
Could have scratched. He could have hit that ball.
So Scott, I think Scott's playing a lot of cue ball on this shot. I don't think he's just trying to get another ball on his side of the table.
Ooh.
But he's left that stripe up there for Rafael, and After that last shot, you got to think that Rafael's going to shoot this one at his hole. I'm guessing this shot gives Rafael a little trouble because he's looking at this shot. He was standing over there and he was really trying to envision the path of that ball going to the hole. He really wasn't looking around to see where his cue ball was going to go. He was just visualizing the line of that stripe to the hole. So this kind of shot might give him a little bit of trouble. You know, everybody's got little holes in their game with certain shots that they just, for whatever reason, don't make good. Because you don't see his eyes moving around to where he wants his cue ball to go. He just keeps looking at that line.
You have to thinking about it that much isn't that good.
Yeah.
He's still looking. Well, we saw the outcome.
It went off in his hand. It exploded in his hand.
Thought so much about it. So concerned about something about it.
He must have some bad memories about that shot from a previous time.
And that's got to be the ball game right there. Just letting it go.
2, 4, 6, 7. So Scott needs 3 balls, and then there's 4 down there. So we expect that he's going to get these.
Usually, see Rafael sell out by like that 3 rail shot he did. Not like miscuing on a ball.
Yeah, very, very unexpected. Okay, he's got a little funny on this ball. I don't know if he can draw straight back for the 10, or maybe he has to draw back between the 10 and 3 for the 3 ball. He might just roll it in and bank the 10 ball, or two rails for the 3. Okay. So
I would like to know why Rafael was so concerned about that shot. It'd be interesting to know what about it. You know, was it the angle? Was it what the cue ball was going to do? What about it put the fear into a guy that doesn't have any fear?
It was kind of funny the stroke he took because he was taking a big long backswing at it, and then he came through. He came through slow on it, you know.
Yeah, it looked like it was almost like it was high left or something. But I don't know.
You know, he possibly he was trying to play the shot so that the cue ball would just like run straight down the rail where he could have got all the way down to get shape on the ball that was on the end rail.
Well, I think it definitely was high tech, whatever it was trying to do with the cue ball.
Yeah. But there's a lot of dynamics when you're playing these great players. You know, you're trying to play your game, but you're also, you know, you have to respect what they're doing to you, and you might be, you know, trying to show a guy, hey, I can do this, and you can't.
Is that a gun in his pocket there? I've heard Rafael's a tough guy, but is he packing?
He's a little concerned with some Q-tip management here after that last miscue. I think it was more a function of stroke miscue than tip and chalk miscue.
Rafael, your heat's showing.
See, now he's breaking way away from the side rail there. And he may have given up this 1 ball. Super thin cut, but some of these guys have these ways of... Scott's not even looking at it. Now he's going to look at it. No, he's got a little better idea. This 6 looks like he might... Oh, kick it. Wow. Wow. But not totally safe because he sold the 3-ball out. But fortunately, he made a ball there. Rafael might be taking that gun to his head right now.
That was, I'm up one game and I'm a bad dude. I'm shooting it.
So let's see what Scott's looking at here. Looking at the 5-ball. How he's going to run these balls.
I bet you that shot somewhere in his one pocket
Power 1 pocket.
video. That had that kind of look to it.
So he's going to go, what's he going to do here? Going to go down to the 3-ball or go back over for the 6? Goes, whoop. Stubbed his toe. He's not happy. He's left Rafael with a real nice bank here. It's not a free bank, I don't think, because it looks like he's just underneath that 3-ball. But I think that he can spin it and, fairly easy bank and hold his cue ball where he can bank to 15 next if he has to. What other options does he have here? He looks like he's going to draw and then come back to the other side of the rack.
Oh, my God. That's Rafael. Oh, did he get safe?
Negative. He's, I guess he's just completely disgusted with himself after that miscue, and it's still lingering over into this game.
Even more than lingering.
Yeah. I mean, that shot, he just, that's a self-abuse there. So Scott looks real cool, calm, and collected. He's got easy shots to start with. He can run all these balls, and he knows he's got his opponent on tilt. So that just makes for smooth sailing. Go up and get these 2 balls and then probably finish him off with that 8-ball. Perfecto. Game 2 to Mr. Frost. And it's his break. So let's see if Rafael can regroup himself, come back, put a little fight for the remainder of the match.
Down 2-0 to Mr. Power 1 pocket. It's bleak. And the break.
So last time Rafael broke from the same side that Scott's going to break from, and you remember how far out Rafael was. Let's see where Scott breaks from. Whoop, he's going to switch sides on us. He didn't like the way the balls broke last time because they didn't open up very well, so he's going to try this side. And they really opened up, but he's under hit the cue ball because it needs to go up about another half to 3/4 of a diamond.
What would a side have to do with how the balls break?
It's just the way that the cloth by the rack area is. Rafael is thinking 100% offense. He's going to miscue again. See, he's still on tilt there because he had tons of just solid shots that he could have made to put Scott in some real trouble there because Scott had made he made a poor break on that. But Rafael was just going to shoot at his hole. That was what he was going to do, and he miscued again, and it's going to cost him. Scott's looking to see if the 6 ball goes.
Gonna go. A lot of balls.
Yeah, everything's open. He can take them however he wants to. Once he gets this 11 out of there, then all the balls go in the pocket. There's nothing blocking them. Going out to get on top of the balls. Probably go 8 and 9, 1, 12, and then 6. Or 10 and 6. I think he'll go to the 6 next from here. No, I switched up myself. He's got all 4 barrels of his carburetor open now. He's really letting Rafael have it. Scott needs 2.
I'd say he will get 2.
Is this the end of Little Rico?
My expert analysis is he will get 2. I always feel so bad for Rafael. He's so talented.
So Scott's on the 6 for the game, set, and match.
That's it. Well, I think, let's see, the message here is don't go on tilt.
Yeah, you got to, if you have a little something go wrong in your game, you got to put it away, live in the present. Forget about the past. You can't do anything about to change the past.
Live in the present.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Trace.
Okay, we'll see you, Mike.